Howdy everyone, and welcome back to more for the 2023 Imperium Cup for Dune Imperium with the Rise of X and Immortality expansions. I'm the host and commentator, the BlackShadow, and today we're going to be continuing our coverage of the group stages, and today having a look at Group N. So this is players mainly from sort of Central going in towards Eastern Europe. And I think this is my first time covering Group N itself. Here's a look at the tables after 3 matches played, and all fairly tight so far, as you'd expect. We got Ash, Rain, Storm, Drop up top with 2 from 2. Obviously pretty damn good here. 9 Soldier Boys has been giving me a hand with the results entry for the competition, so I do appreciate that. It's currently a couple of second places, but I'm not seeing either of them. Today's games will be featuring Jocke, who won the opening match of the group. He's going to be joined by Riffster, the UnicornParadise, and ijuijui, I believe it is. I'm not the best at the pronunciation, but he's going to be having their opening game of the competition as well. As mentioned, Jocke did win the opening game of the groups playing as Tessia Vernius in a pretty firepower-heavy game. 44 victory points was scored over the course of that match by the table, which is pretty impressive when you think about it. But managed to edge out Baron, Helena, and the Duke Leto for a win in the opening stage. It's definitely pretty good. Unicorn, meanwhile, has only played once, getting a 3rd place in one of the matches won by Ash, that with the Beast Raban. I don't know too much about Unicorn. I've played against him once or twice, however. Always struck me as a reasonably solid sort of player here as well. So, plenty to do here. And yeah, at the moment, currently, things pretty tight. The Heretic as well, noted strong player from the yellow rankings for the game, but having a poor beginning to the tournament. So there's a lot of chance here for players to put their markers down. I think this group is wide open to go for, and definitely obviously trying to get the top 2 finish for a automatic quarterfinals spot is definitely well worth fighting for. Okay, so getting ourselves ready for the match here. Unicorn has got the red seat, which means it is Mathias, or Mathias. I think it's Mathias. Also ijuijui, that is going to be in the first selection here. So let's go have a look at the table and see what's going on here. So, opening Talaxu cards are cheap enough that anyone could get hold of them, Chair Dog and Subject, so that's going to make things a little bit unstable. Means there's a chance for 3rd or 4th to get hold of them if they're really interested. Imperium Row is pretty decent. There's some nice solid cards here. Replacement Eyes is very, very useful, nice and versatile. Keys to Power is pretty good later on in the game once you get that Emperor Influence going. That 2 spice is huge. Duncan Lowell's great for the end. Other Memory and Fidaken also pretty solid cards as well. And then we got the Techs, which I think are going to hit pretty quickly. Hold to an Engine, people love going for this early, though I do think it can be a bit of a trap. Chow Murky's obviously strong, the intrigues, and just winning all tiebreakers. Detonation Devices is also on the opening row here, which means someone's probably going to make a punt for that for a couple of points. And Beast and Ilban are both there and are pretty good candidates for it. Mathias taking Ilban in 4th spot, which is just pretty standard nowadays. It's all people, in 4th spot. If Ilban's there, people just take them. I mean, it's not that he's bad in 4th spot. It's just, it reminds me a lot of Helena back in the Rise of X days where she was getting picked there almost exclusively. And people weren't really pulling anyone else here, so Jocke up to next. I don't mind seeing Beast picked it. I do think Beast in the 3rd position is pretty nice. I think it gives a lot of versatility, a lot of options, different things to go for here. Might take Hundro, though. Thinking that obviously shipping's good, and obviously not allowing that further down the line, but, it depends kind of how you see it and what you're after. I think Hundro or Beast are both fine. It's also a way to try to find a way to maybe get to a round 3 shipping to get hold of Swordmaster, so it's definitely a way to do it that way. Beast taken in the 1st spot, and then Riffster left with a Laser, Ariana, or Yuna. I'd love to see a Laser taken here, because there's plenty of nice grafting about, but I think might see Yuna here instead. But a Laser's a little bit more adventurous, maybe, and that is what we see. 100, oh my holy god. 100 Moritani finds Tiebreaker and pretty quickly dismisses it, finds Demand Respect, and is thinking round 2 insta-shipping. So we might well see 100 Moritani, Hardy Warrior, basically any conflict here. But the problem is if he does, he's still going to get hold of the spice to pay for his Demand Respect, which he won't be able to do, so unless there's spice in the conflict, which there isn't. So that's going to make things interesting here. Here we go then. Draws are happening. Let's get our table down here. And we're off to the races. So, it is Beast Raban beginning, of course. Signet Ring, double dagger, double convincing is a heck of a start hand. Well, you feel like you gotta go smuggling with your ring. It doesn't feel great. Not obliged, and opts not to. So, off to Arrakis, figures victory point on, so he's just going to punt a load of dudes in here. And that's going to immediately offset the bans. Yuna's got both her Diplos, and she's not going to be able to use them because she has to go smuggling here. She's going to get the Swordmaster round 2, though, with smuggling and the dagger. Which means Hunjo, I guess, goes fold space. How do you not go fold space here, I suppose? And then Ilban has got Seek Allies and Ring and both daggers, so could well see Wealth Mentat, might see a Still Suits instead. I think both is reasonable. I think both moves are pretty fine. Depends how he sees it. The Wealth Mentat it will be with the Signet Ring. Some things never change. So, Beast here is going to be going to a mining spot. The only question is, which one? I like going Basin because Yuna's in the game, but she's already used one experimentation, so it's not that likely that she has the other. Depends what you want to target here. Do you want to get hold of the Spice to, like, for an early Chow Murky, maybe? No! Is going straight for tech negotiations, so he's going to hold on to the Persuasion here. Are we going to see, like, a 6-strength punt here early up? I wonder. There's some good cards out there, though. So, Yuna's got to go Steel Suits, right? Just deciding whether to save Seek Allies or not. Opting to save Seek Allies. I don't hate that. I think that's actually fine with Yuna. Because your Signet Ring obviously isn't doing anything. So, I kind of like holding Seek Allies. I think I would have liked to limp to Troop in here, though. Just to put people to some tasks here. Hundro with Carfag will get his tiebreaker back, so he's obviously going to go in here. And he's hoping he can win the conflict, but Beast is going to turn up a dagger, so he will not be able to win this and demand respect straight away. He's going to have to wait. Ilban uses his dagger for the Mentat, not his Signet Ring. That's a bit of a surprise. So Beast with 6... I mean, Replacement Eyes is just a great card. Keys to Power is going to take a little while. Duncan Loyal is really good for you as well. You could punt it, but I think what's there is pretty damn good. I think it's got to be Replacement Eyes for me. It's just such a good versatile card, and does agree here. Yuna is going to reveal for just the one, and get Swordmaster next round. That's going to have to be Riffster's early advantage here. It's just actions, amount of actions. Nothing else to do. Hunjo disappointed not to get the conflict, but, gave himself all the chances to do it. Couple to buy. I don't know if I'd be buying anything. Ripping the Rose seems kind of mad here. Goes for a Liaison, can't be bad. And Ilban can just limp it in at the Imperial base, you'd imagine, for a couple of spice and feel relatively happy about the situation. And we're going to move on to the second round here, pretty much. Ilban's going to have 4 to buy. Ilban go over memory? I don't know. Ilban's also thinking about ripping at 5 and seeing if he picks up any big cards. And you know what? No one else has revealed. I think that's fine. Well, Stilgar is there. It's not going to be good enough for him to not go for it. Especially because Throne and Politicals are there. So I like the decision to rip it first. See all the information before you make the decision. And obviously now we'll get hold of Throne Room Politics here and feel reasonably happy. The question is going to be, does Ilban go for Subject or go for Chair Dog? Subject's an amazing card for Ilban, but he's going to opt to maybe pick it up later. What? 100 tie breaks against Beast! It just rips it to deny him a point. Wow, that's pretty rude. Wasn't even for any map control. Well, I think Beast can feel kind of aggrieved there. He's kind of unlucky. He's kind of unlucky there. Wow. So Una will go Swordmaster and then try to get the Carthag or Arrakis. She'll probably get to one of them. Beast has both his Diplos. He's found another dagger again. I would be fuming if I was Beast. I'd be very, very upset about that. I never know about in round 1 if it's worth it to deny people points and stuff like that. Like, you know, like yellow gains nothing from that other than the fact that red doesn't have a point. Pretty brutal. Well, here we go then. So Hundro is just going to go shipping here. Which means that Beast is going to be able to almost certainly keep hold of Great Flat, you would imagine. Although, might have to take it this round. Hundro might go for Great Flat. See what happens here. Beast is up, though. I would like to see Beast go Hardy Warriors and not be dispirited over what's happened. Maybe Steel Suits Hardy Warriors. I think you've got to be hitting the framing here, probably. It's a good chance for you to still look to take this alliance on. If Ilwan goes to one of the spots, I mean... It's kind of hard to give up Great Flat, though. I don't know what Ilban's going to do. Ilban could just go Wealth Mentat again. No, he is going to go Steel Suits, so... Beast in a bit of a decision here, whether he goes for Great Flat or Hardy Warriors with Hagar Basin intentions. But the problem is, there's war in the conflict, so this really complicates it. You could go Hagar Basin first. Like, Ilban's used his other Diplo cards, so you don't have to Hardy Warriors. And there are some worlds where maybe you don't get to Hagar Base. I don't know, it depends how Beast sees it. Hardy Warriors isn't bad. Wealth isn't bad. Just opts for Wealth, and he's just going to let Ilban have first crack at it. I think Beast is eyeing up finding a way he can spy. The problem is that his Diplo's in his hand. It's going to be very hard for him to get Swordmaster round 3. And that is a problem. Hundro's just going to go... Well, he normally obviously would go shipping. He's got kind of half an idea to go Great Flat and deprive Spice. But doesn't see any reason to do so. Hundro's not going to be able to get hold of Swordmaster next round, though. He does not have a bonus coin. So, Ilban's we've got choices. Great Flat or Hagar Basin. I think either's fine. Depends how you see it. Depends what you're valuing more. It's going to opt to keep the water, which is okay. Pretty crazy that Ilban found his experimentation again, by the way. That was pretty wild. So Beast has all the options. Hardy Warriors is there. I think Hardy Warriors for me. Yeah, I agree. I think Hardy Warriors, put the 3 in. It's well worth it for Trade Monopoly. Don't worry about Great Flat. It's not a disaster. You can always bump up and down and just take the cash immediately and guarantee Swordmaster next round. I don't hate that move. Puts Hundro in a really bad spot as well if you do that. So I don't hate Beast doing this at all. I think round 3 Swordmaster in first position, yeah, take that any day of the week. But he would have to cash in immediately. So Una gets a trip to Carthag, finds Bribery, can't win, but might put in the 3 anyways. Probably would just put in 2 though. Yeah, 2 seems reasonable. Curious to see what Bribery's going to go for here. Bribery now has some potential to cut off spacing out of nowhere, so can jump the queue a little bit pretty soon. Hundro's going to get it next round, but if Una can find a trip to fold space, we'll be able to start causing problems. Hundro rips it at 4, trying to get lucky. Find some alright stuff. Negotiate Withdrawal looks pretty good. Treachery's out of price range. Guild Bankers is there, though. People see Guild Bankers and think, you know, pretty nice here, but I don't know if I would rather take Negotiated. But the problem is Ilban's going to act behind you, and letting Ilban have Guild Bankers looks pretty absurd. So, doesn't hate that. Hundro eyeing up Subject now. No, goes Chair Dog. Is he thinking Chair Dog with the Guild Bankers? Looks like that's the plan here. So, Ilban with 3. Genes turns up, so that means he can now go conspiring, is his intention, to get his Swordmaster. Also picks up Freighter Fleet, so Beast now has to go up and down and take the cash immediately. He feels he's going to be threatened into doing so. He takes Subject, which is surprising. You'd think Ilban would rather take that. Problem with Beast taking this, though, is that he's got to get this activated. That's going to take a while. He has done no research, so he needs to, like, research and go all the way up. Get that activated ASAP here. Couple to buy. Also going to pick up a Liaison, which I guess is fine. And then Yuna's going to reveal for 4. Probably take Negotiated. Looks pretty good to me. Could rip the row, but, like, what are you really looking for? Outside of, like, Web of Power and, like, in the shadows. That's about it, really. Other than that, like, Negotiated's pretty high up the list here. This row has gotten very expensive. Full-scale Assault, Shai Hulud, and Treachery. And we're going to move on here. Combat will resolve as is, so Beast will get the victory. Yuna's going to get a decent second place. Ilban takes the water, so he's after Great Flat, which is reasonable. So, given the fact that Beast takes the cash, I think what I would be doing is Hundro is going Great Flat first if I can. If I can find 2 triangle axes, I go Great Flat first, because now you're never getting the Swordmaster. So there's no point going to shipping first here. So if you pull 2 triangles, it's Great Flat first and cut that off. Oh, he finds it as well. I know it's using your fold space, and that doesn't feel great, but for me, I'm cutting off Great Flat. Because Great Flat also gives you spice, so if you want to go Holtzman Engine or Chow Murky, you can just take that on immediately. It's Great Flat for me. Especially when Ilban's clearly setting himself up to try and take it from you. Love to see a Great Flat steal. Ah, love to see a Great Flat. No one's challenging you at shipping. And you ain't getting your Swordmaster. Beast is already there. You ain't going to beat him to it. Ah, what a shame. I think Hundro's missed a little trick there. I think he's missed a trick there. Oh well. So Ilban wants to go Great Flat and wants to go Conspire. He will get both. Beast will get hold of his Swordmaster. Replacement Eyes he's got already, which is quite nice. So he can do a lot of cool stuff here, actually, can Beast. Yuna has Dispatch and Envoy, which is going to supplant being able to get instead of shipping here. So she can... I would probably just Dispatch with a Dagger or something. Maybe even Dispatch with the Convincing. I don't know, and see what Yuna does. Yuna could also just, like, Hardy Warriors it with Dispatch and use that to get the spacing bump and then bribery it later. You got Negotiated in the hand. Deploying is pretty difficult. I think maybe Hardy Warriors is actually better here for Yuna. You could also just win the conflict and just win it with Cloak and Dagger. That's also just totally fine. I think that's what I would like to do here is Yuna. Hardy Warriors it, get your nose in front, maybe even use Experimentation to then hit Imperial Base and just get everything in with some daggers behind you and try to win the conflict and get the retreat. That would be pretty saucy. So Beast has to go here first, he feels. I'd be trashing the dagger. He gets a redraw, which is nice. Signet Ring. Pulls Experimentation to the last card. He can definitely use that. So I think that's what I would do here is Yuna. I think I would Hardy Warrior with Dispatch. Like, Fold Space Dispatching is the more obvious move, but I think I would rather Hardy Warrior, because then you're also enabling your... you don't need to get... It's not imperative to get that Fold Space bump right now. As long as you get it in some form, like, you don't care, because you got Bribery. So, it's Hardy Warriors for me. Gets you that throwing point as well. Gonna do it with Dispatch, with the, just does it with the Experimentation. I mean, that's a little bit of a missed opportunity there for Yuna. It's not like this is a bad move by any stretch of imagination, but I just feel like could have done more. The problem is now you trash out the dagger at your hand. Like, the issue with using experimentation like this is, like, how are you getting 2 more actions without using... Now you're basically committing yourself to use negotiated and try and win the conflict now, right? I think there was chances. 100 might go Mentat here, and does. I like it. Pulls his other fold space card. It's not quite what he was looking for. 100, of course, still wants to win a conflict somewhere so he can get demand respect in. If 100 could win this, even just a solitary bump with spacing would get him ready for Swordmaster next round, which would be really good because he's going to get cut off at shipping. Not that he knows that. Ilban's just going to grab Holtzman. You would imagine, yeah. So Ilban getting ready for some solitaire here. Just going to do his own thing and just accrue points and just try and, you know, just not be really particularly interrupted. I think you'll see a lot from Ilban. Beats a couple of actions. Imperial Basin is an absolute must move immediately here. Imperial Basin, limp it in. You gotta start getting these experimentations done. Like, you picked up subject. You need to start making use out of this. He's considering a trip to Arrakis. But I think Imperial Basin, there's a couple of spies there to fight for. I'd be worried someone else might just limp in for it. Though everyone else has already experimented once, so... it's less likely. But I still think Imperial Basin is probably what I would open up with here. No, he smuggles. I guess that's also okay. Is he trying to, like, block Hundro? I guess. Well, Yuna's off to Carthag now. I guess. Or is she off to Arrakis? This is the problem. Yuna's, like, made this kind of awkward for herself here. You know? If you just Hardy Warriored it, like, it's not weird now. Where you kind of want to do things, but you feel obliged to do other stuff. You could always research station. I guess that's an option. Okay. Research station it is. So he's going to pick up an intrigue here. Doesn't draw that great, truthfully. No one's got access to siege. Hundro's surely going Hardy Warriors here. Yep. And just barrel it in. There is no reason to do anything else here. Just get it all in. Who knows? Maybe you win the conflict and get to the victor, and that pays for an extra bump of demand respect. Ilban's going to reveal for 3, 4 even. And a Benny bump. That's Alliance he's just going to make a punt for here. Ilban's not got his atomics. He's already used it. Might just buy like a liaison or something. He's got 11 cards. He's bought Throne Room. He's bought Freighter Fleet and Carino Genes. So it's a bit awkward. I mean, you could also go Spice Hunter for Fremen access. I don't hate that. Take a bit of pressure off Diplo. Opts not to. Well, Beast has a free punt at Carthag. Who knows? Maybe you might find something interesting. Oh my god, he finds advanced weaponry. I tell you what. He's got his Swordmaster as well. This is going in. Hunter's he's basically thinking, do I do it? But I think you got to get it in, yeah. Well, Hunter's a bit unlucky. There weren't a ton of intrigues where Beast actually could have won this conflict, but that happens to be exactly one of them. That is unlucky for Hundro there. Not much you can do about that. Unit gets a free move to... I mean, Imperial Basin is there again. Could go Arrakis. I think I'd be taking this spice here at Imperial Basin now. But Arrakis it is. I'd be worried about pulling your Diplo. That's exactly what happens. So, not ideal. Also, could have pulled your experimentation, and you might have not even found a trip to mining next round. So, that was kind of dangerous. Maybe Diplo's not the worst thing could have drawn. Hundro can do nothing. He can pull Treachery, but it's too late. He can't win this conflict now. Beast before. Dissecting Kit rolls off, and he will take that. He might even go Quartermaster here, maybe. Or just a Liaison or something. He's got a couple of graft cards. I would take Quartermaster. Quartermaster's an awesome card if you can graft it. Also, just Ravine for a couple of swords, alright, but declines against it. Una with 4. Might go for Assassination Mission, thinking money. Might go Spice Hunter just for some faction access. Faction access is less important for her, I guess. Gonna rip it with 4 and try to get lucky. The other Assassination Mission turns up. Playing Couplings, though, which is not a bad card. Local Fence, in theory, looks nicer, because in theory, you can obviously get more money, sell 2 spice for 6 coins. The problem is, it's the access. Una takes Beguiling Pheromones. So, she's after cheap faction access now. Wow, this is the card. So, you graft it with something you send to a faction, and you can trash one of the 2 cards for a thing. Wow. And his top debt Beguiling as well. Still takes Local Fence, which I don't like. Hundro can do nothing. He's unlucky. So, Beast takes it down. Gets a couple of intrigues for his troubles. Strategic push and Expedite. That's pretty useful finding Expedite, given he's got the smuggling bump. That's really nice. Rapid found by Hundro. And Una finds Finesse. Oh my goodness me. Wow, that's pretty gross. So, it's all sorts of faction stuff going on with Una. We're going to move on. Round 4 is Imperial Basin. Una will have eyes on this. Ilbon up first. He can get his Swordmaster. He can do it by hitting Wealth. Imagine that's what we'll see. Yep, that's what we do see indeed. Beast now has pulled Subject, but it's not doing anything currently. Oh, it's an awkward hand for Beast here. Does Beast just smuggle here with Subject and get ready for Expedite? Feels like there's got to be a decent move. You're nowhere near trying to get it doing anything. No, he goes to the Imperial Basin instead, which is also pretty good. There's a lot of spice there. Is he after Chalmurky? Invasion ships, maybe. Oh, invasion ships looks nasty. Is Beast going to go for this conflict as well? Una's got Seek Allies with Beguiling and Bribery. So here comes the shipping steal for Hundro. He hates it. Una's going to do a lot of damage here. The Seek Allies with Beguiling is pretty awesome. So Hundro loses his shipping. That's gone. And Una's going to start accelerating her research here as well. It's going to be pretty juicy. I think you bump up, probably. Take the spice. Could bump down as well. Specimens, okay. She's after the beetle bump in the middle, I think. So Hundro's in all manner of trouble now. He can Signet Ring smuggling and still cash in shipping here. And I think he probably has to. Take the 2 bumps. Could also Mentat immediately. I don't hate it, but you'd expect Ilban's going Swordmaster. Beast isn't ready to go Mentat. Una, how often is Una going Mentat here? And I think she's going there a lot. She wants the money for a ring, really. So it depends how you see it. You pulled Chair Dog, which you can use in experimentation. I don't know if you're going to bump up or down for the trash or the beetle. Guess we're about to find out. I think mine goes smuggling anyways and prep ring for like a city visit. We'll see. I'd like to go and trash cards if I can here. Like, both your daggers are about. And you've got a dagger in there, right? There's one dagger. You also want to see Treachery as well. So I prefer bumping up here for trashing. Yeah, I think this is better. The more, as I've played this game more and more I like I like this. Let's get over there. So Ilban, Swordmasters. I assume Beast is going invasion ships here. But I don't know. I think I prefer invasion ships. It's going to really help faction stuff later on. Gets troops garrisoned. Chalmurky's also alright. The only question he's also wondering is, does he use his dagger? And he's going to save the dagger to do this. Here, well, this is a declaration of war. When someone uses their liaison to get it, that tells you a big story as to what their intentions are in this one. Flagship turns up here. Ilban looks like he could be in a position to pinch that. Yunav is not got enough. So Yuna can beguiling a faction and double hit it. She might even just hit fold space here and just get this away from Hundro. And just get in front here. That's exactly what she does. It's absolutely savage, this. It's absolutely savage, this. Hundro's been kind of unlucky here. Yuna's found 4 bumps in 2 actions with the same faction. Sort of thing. Really disgusting. And Hundro... I think for me it's Mentat for Hundro. You can Mentat, you can cash in money with your Signet Ring. It gives you your use of Diplo still. You could also go Carfag, but I feel like he's starting to chase this a little bit now. This dealings is nice. That's just a redraw of intrigue. I'd like to see him do his first. You know, get yourself maximum information before you start making decisions here. Yeah, I think I wouldn't have minded seeing Mentat here, but, you know, it's fine, I guess. Hunter's got to take... Oh, he takes Spice. Man, he is committing for demand respect here. I think Rapid is coming. He's going to go for this. He's going for absolute broke is Hundro here. This feels like a step too much. Unless he finds some swords here, which he doesn't. Harvest Cells is only going to encourage him further, though. Hundro is absolutely going for this. No fear. But Beast is sitting there having got invasion ships. It's pretty scary. Ilban just rings it to Arrakis. I think you'll put them both in. War's worth fighting for. Especially you got Holtzman here. You've got eyes on Research Station. So Beast, I assume, is infiltrating Carfag with using getting rid of convincing here. Right? It definitely feels like it. There's a massive fight for the spacing here. But the problem is, Yuna's got freaking finesse here. So Hundro's never getting this alliance. Unless he wins this conflict. Surely it's Carfag for Beast. And this is another disaster for Hundro. More swords just to add the insult to injury. It is not going Hundro's way at all here. Oh, I didn't even see. Beast got the bonus troop from the Imperial Basin as well. So I think Hundro has overstretched here a little bit. Maybe a bit of discretion was a better part of valor. But never mind. So Hundro... So, wow. Yuna reveals for free. Takes face on issue, which is a decent card. And peels off Stitched Horror, which is going to count Ilban. Can you believe that? As Ilban's just gone favorite here, right? Feels like it. I can't believe he's just peeled into Stitched Horror like that. It's pretty insane. I don't hate plan coupling here for Yuna. I think it's fine. You want cheap faction access cards, so you can obviously combine with Beguiling. So, pretty good here. Hundro is going to reveal for free and a specimen. He can't get Stitch Horror fast enough. Harvest cells he can't use. Hundro is in big trouble. He's going to lose his alliance. He's lost shipping. He's lost a Swordmaster. He's not getting stitched. It's all coming apart here for Jocke. Ilban is just going to collect his goods and be pretty happy with the situation. He's got 5 to buy. It's actually a pretty bad row for 5, truthfully. Maybe go like Corrupt Smuggler or something? I don't know. The actual proper face dancer turns up on the road. It's a nice card, that. Ilban might just buy like a liaison. He's got 7, 12 to buy. I think one liaison's alright. You've got to give yourself Spice Must Flow chances here, right? Doesn't buy anything at all. I think I'd be probably getting 1. Yeah. Beast with the sword is good. You don't even have to use any of his cards. Like, that's enough. Hundro can do nothing. Sad stuff. Sad stuff for Hundro Moritani. Harvest cells will have to do. Get to the water at least. He's going to play Harvest cells, right? Hundro's not playing Harvest cells? What? When does he intend to play it? Oh, there we go. He forgot. Ooh, well. It's a little late. The table doesn't have to allow that, it should be noted, but I guess they will. So, Hundro's found treachery, and he will hit that default space if he has to, but Yuna surely's got to lock this up first. It's round 5, by the way. Desert Power, more combat victory points. Beast is up first. Beast, I guess, would probably want to smuggle to get Expedite ready. Placement Eyes in hand as well, which is pretty good. You can trash it now if you wanted. But I don't see a reason to trash right now. Yep, smuggling looks good. Just set it up. It kind of looks like you've got Expedite, truth be told, but... Especially when Hagar Basin's sitting there with 4 spies. Speaking of. Well, he's going to use Expedite now then. He has to. Especially if Sleeper Must Awaken found. That is just automatic. So, down he goes. He's got an alliance to fight for, which is the Fremen. Obviously, was hoping to use that with the Fremen trip, but, you know, it's the way it's kind of gone out. So, Yuna's up. Yuna can ring and even say finesse here. And there's nothing Hundro can do. Spacey Alliance is gone. Could go up and down and take the cash and actually use that to get, like, detonation, but I don't know why he'd ever do that. And Yuna's got to double bump this and has to do it right now, otherwise this alliance is gone. Surely she will. But you know Hundro's got treachery about. Yep. Secures that. Right decision. And we'll hope to get, like, the finesse bonus super late to help with another faction, you would imagine. So, sad times for Hundro, who's now got to reconsider his plans. He's Pure Guild Bankers. He's got Research Station access. So I suspect we'll probably see Research Station, Dagger to Swordmaster. You could Dagger Mentat first. I actually don't hate that move. Keep it away from Ilban. Because no one can get to Research Station, but you feel kind of punch drunk here. I'm not entirely surprised. This will get you the Talaxu Spice, so I guess it's also just totally fine. But I think Hundro feels, yeah, a bit punch drunk here. Now, he's got Chair Dog. It should be noted, Chair Dog can't be used with Treachery, because you have to trash the cards, so you can't Chair Dog it as such. Yeah, Ilban just Mentats. Would have liked to have seen Hundro go there first, but it's not a big deal. I suppose, I mean, it's kind of difficult, but I think it would have been kind of cool to see him that and just give himself maximum chances to get this guild bank, because he's only got 4 persuasion. Hunjo's going to hope to get to selective breeding here, but it's not guaranteed. Beast now will take... He's now going to take the Hagger Basin. Interesting, he opts to... I mean, like, he could have gone... I guess you got to take the Spice now. You kind of want to ring after securing the Fremen, but there's not much you can do here. It's fine. Other dagger goes. Finds Dissecting, which is not active currently. It's not doing much of anything here. And Beast will fire in some dudes. I guess it's just going to go Carthag or Arakeen. One or the other. Ooh, Fold Space is pretty nice. So these are going in. Curious to see what Beast is going to respond with. I guess just Still Suits looks pretty logical. So, Hundro wants to go selective breeding for Spice Must Flow. If he Swordmasters, he probably doesn't get there, though. You feel like Ilban goes there a lot. Although Ilban, fun enough, can't get there. And Beast probably wouldn't go there, but he might do because he's got the swords. So, tricky spot for Hundro here. I don't hate not going Swordmaster and just going straight to selective. I don't hate doing that. I think given you've got guild bankers and 4, I feel like it's probably the right decision. You go selective breeding, you're almost certainly getting Spice Must Flow here. So, it sucks to not pick your Swordmaster right now. And you've got to decide that you're probably also trashing your dagger. But I don't hate this move. Yeah, I think this is totally reasonable. I think this makes a ton of sense here. The only question is, do you trash your dagger or not? I probably would. Yeah. I think it's the right move. 5. So there you go. So there's your Spice Must Flow. I think it's the right move. I totally get doing that. Giving up on the Swordmaster. It's too scary to let other people get there first. Although, the way it's gone, I'm not actually sure anyone would have done. Ixion Probe found off the Conspire for Ilban. Beast is just going to go ahead and Still Suits. Yeah, it's kind of weird, Hundro. Like, we know that he probably would have been fine going Swordmaster, but I totally get him going selective first there. Definitely looks like Ilban a lot of the time gets. He just happens to have what he just doesn't have his Diplo. But a lot of the time he does. So Yuna's up. Yuna's got to decide if she wants to go for this or not. Carthag with Fold Space is definitely on. And I think I would probably go for it. You've got negotiated. The problem is you've got to decide if you're going to negotiate it straight away. No! She's just going to sow secrets. She's not even going to bother. She's just going to retreat the troops here. It's a good result for Hundro, this. Whilst that Titian is found... It's not enough to... Wow. Is there a world where Yuna pulls a Diplo again, by the way? Is there a world where Yuna doesn't retreat, holds the dagger, and throws in all 5 swords against Beast and hopes he's good? I don't know. Hundro's got 7. He's looking at Gurney and Mahim and thinking, is it better for me? And the answer is... well, he's got 8. You gotta take the Spice Must Flow here, right? I know Gurney's good. I know Mahim's good. It's gotta be the Spice. Seems crazy not to. He's got 3 specimens as well. I don't know if he wants to use them. I'd love to top deck Face Dancer here. Give yourself more faction access. Like, you've gotta be fighting for these factions here. You've been cut off at spacing, and so you've got to make up distance here. And Diplo's got a lot of work to do with the Bene Gesserits, so you need to try and get some... Give yourself some options here. I think Face Dance is good. Top deck it. I like it. Maybe you might want to... Obviously, he's got Rapid still he wants to use at some point. Demand respect getting cooked on that. It's pretty crazy. So when he gets used to the tiebreaker first round, Beast's like, I'm going to mess you up, son. Ilban's got a high council, trying to look for a Spiceman's Flow. I mean, 2, 4, 7. He can Ixion Pro, threat a fleet away. Beast takes Corrupt Smuggler. He's got plenty of grafting. I don't hate it. Una with 5. I guess he's going to retreat the troops for the bump. Looks like it. Yeah, it does. So, good result for Hundro, this. He's going to probably pick up a bonus water here, which is going to get into Great Flat. Maybe Great Flat Conspire could be on the cards here for Hundro to ready up some rapid mobilization later on. We'll see. Ilban would really like some extra money here. So we can get to Swordmaster right away. Get to Mentat right away, but he might not be able to do so. Yeah, Fleet and Recon go. Pretty standard. Looking for Diplo. Doesn't find it. What a hand. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's got 11 persuasion. Good grief. So, kind of overdrew. You got a choice. You could go Wealth and just cement the alliance, trash the dagger. Could go Carfag, which I guess is what he's going to do. Just pick another intrigue. Not using the experimentations doesn't feel great, though. Oh, no. Really? Give it to Ilban. He's got Holtzman, why don't you? Ilban's got to put in all 3 troops for this water here. Or it's 1 troop for the spice. He opts to go for it and cut off Hundro, which is kind of rude. But again, I guess Hundro, you know, opened himself up for this. So, Benny bump, spice must flow. Ilban is just going to accumulate points here. It's looking dangerous. Oh, no! What is this? Good grief. So, nothing to be done here. Hundro will have to settle for the spice. It's kind of a bonus anyway, so... Beast wins another conflict. He is loaded on water. Great Flat at his mercy. And onwards we move. Round 6 is Arrakis. And Una has got action to do here. Wow, okay, so Una pulls Beguiling with her Diplo. Now, is Una going to be brave enough here to sacrifice Diplo here for the greater good? And keep hold of Beguiling? Maybe use that for a wealth play? Just get the Emperor bump done? You've still got planned coupling. You can even use planned coupling to go take for your... You can even use the base ship. I actually would like to see Una ships and takes Bene Gesserit and then Beguiling's wealth here. I'd like to see that as a move. I don't know if she will. She might still opt to take Spice, though. And, like, try to make a punt for the Bene Gesserit alliance. But it's pretty brave. Another bonus troop for Beast, by the way, with his Dreadnought. He's guest strike twice. Well, that makes life a bit easier. Finds the Emperor bump. Finding all the influence here. So, Una feeling pretty good here. Una can now target this Bene Gesserit alliance and go for it. Doesn't take the spice, though. Takes the money. Which makes sense. But I don't know, with local fence? I don't know. Hundro's up. If Hundro smuggles, I get it. If Hundro mentats, I get it. Ilban's not pulled any council axes, by the way, somehow. He can't even mentat, which is pretty funny. So what does Hundro want to do here? He could smuggle and get ready for, like... like cashing in a tech next round. He just takes Mentat first, which I think is reasonable. Finds Guild Bankers. Yeah, you don't need to smuggle. You can just do it this way and experiment next round. This is fine. One couldn't get there anyways. He's got Stitch, though. He's got Krino Genes, so there's a double Talaxu bump coming here. Just going to use this for wealth to take the Alliance. So just going to score a ton of points. Basically turning Krino Genes into Talaxu Surgeon here without the cost. It's absolutely absurd. Beast with all the spice. Great Flat looks really attractive when you've got Seed Must Awaken and possible Highliners. Could also go Imperial Basin. He's going to use Replacement Eyes. I think this is the time for him to... He's going to trash Replacement Eyes here. I think it's going to go now. I assume he's going to bump down and then trash Eyes here. Yeah. And get his Talaxi point and call it a day. Pause Recon. Yep, so there's the Talaxi point scored. Bear in mind, of course, Beast has got invasion ships. Not used it yet. So Yuna has the chance to go secrets here. But she feels like she's got to put in troops for this conflict. But it's really hard for her to do so. But I think if there's ever a chance to secrets it, it's now. And that's what we do see. No! Oh, she's off to Still Suits! And she does sack the Diplo! Awesome. Wow, take that, Beast. Take that, Beast. That is cutthroat. What a move from Riffster. It's absolutely savage. And she figures, well, with finesse and negotiated, I'm just going to take this alliance as well. There's nothing Beast can do about it. You know what? She's right. There's nothing he can do about it. Oh my god. 100 of a couple of actions. Selective breeding's there. He feels like he's got to try and get the Spiceless Flow. He's got 6 Persuasion in hand. But he needs to use Face Dancer. Honest question. Do you selective breed and trash Signet Ring? Legitimate question. How hard do you go for the Spiceless Flow? You could just play Guild Bankers. But where are you playing it to? You could use Guild Bankers to get your Swordmaster. There's an option. I don't hate that, actually. Trashing 100 Signet Ring seems insane. But who knows? Oh my god. Oh, he does! He actually did! Oh my lord. What a game. Oh man. This is wild. I wasn't going to cover this game. I was, this is like I've played my league match earlier today. I've already covered another match. I wasn't going to cover, I was like, what the hell? I got nothing else on this evening. I'm so glad I've covered this game. This is absolutely wild. Oh, this is great stuff. When was the last time you saw Hunter Muratani get rid of his Signet Ring before tier 3s? It's unbelievable. Ilban's up, but in the midst of all of this, he can't believe what's happening. Nor can I. I guess he's just going to go ahead and grab some spies. Might as well. Ilban's got to go for the double Talaxi point, and he does. Beast, meanwhile, cannot believe what's going on. He just goes flagships. And you know what? It's not a bad move that he's done that. 7 spice. It's super expensive, but point to point. Maybe he realizes the Fremen Alliance just isn't worth saving here. And it's just gone. Oh, this is so sad. I have no idea who's going to win this game, by the way. This is just it's completely off the walls. Yuna's going Carfag and selling spice, right? Looks like it. Maybe research station? I don't know. I guess Carfag's better. I think I'd rather go Carfag here. Oh, Allied Armada is found. Or buying spice, I should say. Good grief. And now, legitimately, she could probably win the conflict too. She's got so many swords. Well, you got to buy the spice. It's 5 Solari for 4 spice, which is pretty good. You play the Emperor bump as well. No reason not to. And then you see what Beast does. I guess. But you got to buy the spice here. What? No! Oh! Why so soon? If Beast has got a double bump, he looks so silly. Why not wait to do that and reveal? Oh, she's not buying the spice! I know you got your ring, but I think I still buy it. Hunjo is got to use his spice for slow here to protect the spice. I guess he's off to seek. Oh, he can't go secrets. Face also can't get there, so it's Hardy Warriors is forced. It's the only place it goes. Oh, yeah, and here we go. Now Bree's like, oh, can I use local fence, please? Uh-oh. I think it'll be fine, but it's not mandatory. Anything with an arrow is not mandatory. You don't have to do it if you don't wish to. Andrew finds it convincing. So just garrisons up. Obviously, rapid mobilization in hand here. Here comes dispensation. Is Ilban going highliner? Oh my goodness. This has been a chaotic match here. And now Yuna's, maybe she's wishing she had Allied Armada. I guess she's just retreating troops. Ilban just pumps everything in. So Yuna, it's so far, Yuna can't even catch it, really. So she'll happily just retreat. Beast knows his alliance is gone. You conspire here? Oh my god, is Beast considering his own highliner here? This seems so ridiculous. I think he's just fold space or secrets here. Probably just go secrets while you still can. Highliner here looks mad. If you don't think you're going to get hold of the second Talaxu point, you can just use the specimens to put in some troops. Maybe top deck Slate Farmer. I don't know why you'd bother doing that, though. I think it's secrets for me, or fold space. Depends how you see it. Fold space it in the end. I think I would have preferred secrets, not going to lie. So Yuna's just going to retreat. And call that a day. From Alliance goes. Beast made no attempt to bother defending it, and he was right to do so. It was history. Couple of buy for Yuna. Just takes a Ooh, I don't know if I like taking the liaison here. I think your deck has got enough stuff. Hunjo gets the spice. He's got a couple spare if he wants to buy anything else, but he might go for another liaison, but he's already got 2 liaisons and 2 convincings. I don't think you want any more. Like, you want to see your good cards, but he just ripped freaking Signet Ring, so what do I know? What do I know in this conflict? Nothing. Ilban gets the shipping in as well with Freya Fleet. Does he use this for Bene Gesserit? Does he make a charge, or does he take a safe point here? I don't know the answer. He's got 3. He can use Charisma up to 5, but he'll hold that for a Holtzman. Spice must flow at some point. I think just safe point looks good. I think Bene Gesserit's a bit of an overreach. Oh, he's seriously considering it, though. Oh, it's so greedy. It's so greedy. You can't do it with Hunjo just going to ship next round. It just seems so wild. Points taken. Ilban's going to be leading going into round 7 here. I do think Ilban is probably favourite. But a lot has happened here. So Beast gets the specimen. What does Beast do here? Does he take troops? Does he take the beetle? Do he take Slig Farmer? I don't know. I'm really unsure what the correct answer is here. I think taking troops can't be bad with your ring coming. Obviously, you've got no alliance for it, but he does opt for it. I think that's probably the right call. So, red and green are tied. I can't see either of them using their swords here for a couple of coins. Yeah. So, Ilban takes the point, gets up to 7. He would feel pretty happy about this. Couple of coins for red and green. And we go to tier 3s. I do not know what's about to happen here. Hold on to your seats. Economic supremacy is first. It's pretty significant. It's not great for Beast, truth be told, because he's already got Sleep Must Awakens. It's kind of a bad draw for him. I don't even know if he has access to Highliner. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh my god, he's still not got Subject up and running. Handro will ship and take the Bene Gesserit Alliance. He's pulled both experimentations. Handro's hand's pretty bad. Ilban is not going to be playing any more Emperor trips, so Throrum's going to get revealed. He'll open a research station and suss it from there. Sorry about that. Got a bit of hiccups. Oh no! 105 Surgeon mission! It's so huge, but I don't think he can really capitalize on it anymore. Unless he finds a way to, like, get to smuggling, and then it's... Because he's got rid of his ring! He wants to build up troops for Rapid, obviously. Might up second place here. Oh my god, Ilban goes for Men's Tower rather than Research Station. That's... It's so wild, isn't it? It's so wild. Beast's hand is not good. If he could find any way to get a research bump, it would be so worth it. But there's no way for him to do it. He's in strife here. What on earth is the move here for Beast? No faction access. No research station. This is real trouble. I have no idea what you do here. Chalmurky feels pretty bad. Arrakis is like best of a bad situation. You can't even high council and just take the point here. I guess it's Arrakis. You could also seach to go research station. Arrakis it is. Ooh, finds corrupt smuggler. I tell you what. That's an enormous draw. Beast is going Highliner, isn't he? He definitely is. He's going for it. Oh my goodness. The carnage continues. Yuna's gonna go Hardy Warriors with the research. And just throw it in. Allied Armada is a thing, though. She needs to get hold of some spice. Where's she going? Is she going up? Feels terrible trashing Tactician, though. You go down, but then what's the immediate benefit? It kind of isn't one. Down it is. It doesn't feel amazing, but it's like kind of a... You know, what you gonna do sort of move. If Hanjo still hasn't got his Swordmaster, by the way, I do not know what's gonna happen here. I have no idea what Hanjo's gonna do. Is he just go shipping again? Does he go Carfag? He's got urgent mission, so he's in no danger. He can't get to Hager Basin, no water. He's still sitting there with demand respect. He wants troops desperately, but he just doesn't have them. Hunjo's got to hope this goes an 8th round, and then rapid it, and then use demand respect to, like, score an extra point. I think that's Hunjo's best bet here. He has to just hope this goes an 8th round. I don't know how likely it is it goes an 8th round. It's possible. It's kind of out of his control. If the game ends this round, I mean, it's really hard for you to score right now is the problem. Arakeem's gone. I think that he wanted to get there. I guess you go Carfag? But then, like, what are you doing? What's he doing with his research? Is he bumping down and scrapping the intrigue? Is he actually going to get rid of demand respect? After all this time, it feels terrible, doesn't it? Hunjo has no idea what he wants to do. I think Carfag's fine, for lack of anything better. Carfag it's going to be. He finds cannon turrets, which is very scrappable. Although, saying that, it's got good use against Beast. You've kind of caused him some real strife so far this game. But I think cannon turrets will go here. He gets a redraw. He's looking for actions. He's trying to find his Diplo or something. It's kind of weird. Demand respect is great if you could win a conflict with rapid, but it's really hard for you to win a conflict. Cannon turrets is good against Beast specifically, but I don't think Beast is the real problem here. I think cannon turrets goes. Beast will be very happy to see that. Finds blackmail, which is +5 swords because of the spacing guild. So he's benefited there. From +5 against anyone to +5 against everyone. Oh my god, he pulls the Spice Must Flow. Oh, jeez. The problem now is at risk of secret stealing. Man, what do you do here? Do you urgent mission shipping? It seems crazy to give that to Ulban, though. But Carfag feels bad, though, because I don't see how you ever get back there. We shall see. Ulban is going research. Pretty obviously. His hand is full of things. I don't know if he bumps up. Ulban has to do research here. It's mandatory, so I have to tell him he's got to do it. Here comes the high line for the Beast here. He gets 2 spice back courtesy of Corrupt Smug, which is always nice. And he'll trash it as well for the Specimen. So this is all going in. And he has options to, I don't know, do what exactly, but he can do things. Might go back Hager Basin, I don't know. Eunice the Carfag. Her ring is a bump. Oh, she finds gruesome. Well, that deals with Talaxo. Assuming the game goes another round, though. Which it might not. I mean, you got to put them in. Now, bear in mind, when Yuna pays for her ring, it's going to give her the spice for Ard Armada. Beast only has +4 swords. Beast is in real trouble here. I think Beast is going to lose this conflict. Because he can't put any more forces in. And he's only got +4 swords. Oh, no. Oh, Yuna. Oh, this is so cruel. It's not a disaster if Beast loses it, to be fair, because he's got Sleep and Must Awaken. He can't really score 2 points off the conflict anyways. Not effectively, so it's actually not a disaster. As long as he gets second place, I guess he can live with it. And so he might find his ring again next round, who knows. There's the Swordmaster. And then Hunjo is hoping he can find a way to siege somehow, but it looks kind of impossible. Dreadnought for Ulban with the Liaison. Refines freighter fleet, so he's going ready for shipping next round. That gets him his Fremen point. He might even threaten Bene Gesserit. Well, you got a trip to do some mining. The only question is, do you want to pay the water for it or not? I mean, you've got no reason not to use it. There's nothing there to really go for on the row. I think paying for the water, I think for the extra spice is fine. Yeah. I think this is okay. You know you're going to get second place. You'd like to win it. You will not. Unfortunately, it's probably going to use up all the beast combat cards, and he's still going to lose. Depends how this kind of ends here. There's the siege move from Una, who's going to use Tactician. And then, yeah, it's all going to be pretty sad here. So it's going to cost everything for Beast, unfortunately. And there's nothing he can do about it. Una is going to score a couple of points. Gets her into the game. Beast is effectively going to score 2 and 8 because of Sleeper, but this game is going to continue down to an 8th round. I don't think Ilban can finish it here. I don't think Ilban can finish it. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smuggling is an option. You could also go Great Flat because you've got Diplo coming. Oh, just pays for the... Just goes Basin. I think I would have considered smuggling and then Basin. Because then you could have looked to buy Chow Murky. I guess figures if he just puts his Dread and gets loads of resources. Oh, this also gives him access to Highliner. Well, I guess that's cool. He's found Breakthrough, by the way. So, he's got infinite resources, basically, here. Beast has to just play Sleeper. Beast has to Oh, it's so awkward for Beast. The good thing for Beast is that this game's not ending. So, if he doesn't play Sleeper, it's fine. He's got Atomics. I mean, you might as well rip it. Beast is trying to work out, is this game about to end? Does Ilban score 3 points? And the answer is he's pretty safe. Rips the row. It's pretty sad for 4. Treachery, Long Reach, Power Play, all out of hand. Desert Ambush is a thing. Guild Admin, I guess. Yeah, Beast is just going to hold on here. It's the right call. But yeah, unfortunately... Well, Beast is going to spend a card, and then Yuna's going to Master Tactician, and Beast has realized he can't win, so... Bene Gesserit now getting uncomfortable for Hundro. There's 8. And we are going an 8th round here. I'd love to see Grand Vision. Be absolute carnage. It'd also probably win Ilban the game, but... So, here's the push. Tactician to follow. Una's thinking about using Allied Armada to, like, save Tactician. As it turns out, this is good enough. So, Ilban's just obviously taking the resources. Beast now can't win. He's trying to work out, does he pay talents to tie it? It hurts Una if he does this. Declines. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Would have sucked for Una having used Allied Armada to re-secure the point. But I totally get why Beast decided not to do that. So everything's pretty close here going into round 8. Ilban, I would say, definitely has the advantage, however, still. This is a big conflict. Beast effectively sitting on 8 points. 100 still has his demand respect from the beginning of the game. He's hoping Rapid and Blackmail do the job here. Bene Gesserit's in danger. It's Ilban first. Oh, no! It is! Can you believe it? Oh, man. There is no justice. Well, Ilban has a decision here. Do you Bene Gesserit or do you Highline? It's a disaster for Beasters, by the way. Man. What do you do here as Ilban? Spicer's Flow is just 2 points. But it's really hard to actually take the Bene Gesserit, and you still need this Fremen point. The problem is, if you highline, and then Alejandro just takes a Bene Gesserit bump, how do you ever actually take his alliance? You kind of don't. And then your Grand Vision's just going to the throne, which you could do anyway. This is a tough, awkward spot for Ilban. I don't know where you go here. Like, you're kind of meant to highline, but it's obviously not what you're after. So, opts for Bene Gesserit. Oh! Oh, no! And Ilban finds throne room politics straight away. And Hundro hasn't got his Diplo. Oh my god. Hundro needs to win this conflict somehow and get demand respect off. He has +5 swords because of spacing. It's guaranteed. It's the only way Hundro can win this now. He has to win this conflict. It's the only thing he can do. Does he know that? Beast can highline, but he can just go Emperor for a point. Subject is still not active. Is he just gonna go Mentat? I think this is Mentat and reassess. It is indeed. But it sucks that it's not a beetle. He finds a setting, which is also not active. Oh, man. And Yuna's wondering what's going on here. How did Beast not research station, by the way? Yuna's like, okay, I'll take a point. Sure? Question mark? Finds experimentation. Oh, she needs more money. So she can pay for the double beetle bump and get a point. Oh, I guess she's got gruesome. I guess she could just do it with regular troops. But she ain't got enough for it. This is such a weird round now. Everyone is just scrambling for ideas. Everyone was waiting for a normal, standard fight, and Grand Vision has made a mess of this. Hundro, what even does Hundro do here? He can't defend the Bene Gesserit, but Ilban can't get there, because Ilban's got no Diplo. Because he trashed it. He trashed the Diplo! Man, so Yuna's trashed her Diplo. Ilban's trashed her Diplo. Hundro trashed his ring. Who needs starter cards? I have no idea. So what does Hundro do? What on earth do you do here as Hundro Moritani? You have to win this conflict. But you've got so little access. Do you just go still suits? Oh, he's going to conspire. Oh, I guess he's got rapid. Oh, he pulls Bindu, but he can't use it. He can use it at the start of his turn. He finds his own Diplo, but Bindu cannot be used. You can't use it. Start your turn. Yeah, cannot use Bindu. So he has to rapid now, and he doesn't want to do this. But he cannot risk secret stealing. He's got no choice. Rapid goes. The gig is up. Man. So Ilban wants to get Spiceman's Flow. Well, he wants to get the Talaxu point and a Spiceman's Flow, or just take the Benny Alliance, or get the Fremen point and just win the game. That's all he wants to do here. Oh, he's got Choam shares as well. Oh, surely Ilban just ships here. Ilban ships, takes cash, and then you just reveal next round. You don't even take an action. And that's it. It's just over, right? It's just over. And with Holtzman as well, yeah, Ilban's going to win this. This one's over. I think officially it's meant to take the troop. Well, no, I guess the water's an earlier tiebreak. So this is it. It's all over. Hundro is not going to be able to reclaim the Bene Gesserit alliance in time here. Ilban just bumps it and then just reveals Tarab's Chome shares and wins the game. That's all you have to do here, Ilban. No one else is getting to 12 here. You are completely good. Oh, he goes for the safe point. Oh, he doesn't even risk it. Well, Hundro can at least take it back if he wins the conflict now. Well, now the game is over this round coming. Unless Hundro, like, well, there's nothing the players can do. Not when Chome Shares is played. So Ilban knows it's the last round. Players probably think that as well. Does this spur Beast to just highline? I think Beast should research station. And the idea being is that he can then experiment and he can bump down and at least get his Emperor point. Like, he can't use a ton of spice here because he's got Seed Must Awaken. Beast can research and at least bump down. He's going to do it this way instead, which is also fine. He's trying to, like, get his actions together. He's hoping to find his ring or fold space. He finds it, so that's pretty nice. He'll bump down for the Emperor point, surely. And I think what you'll see from Beast here is he's going to look to go secrets and then infiltrate selective. And try and get a Spice Must Flow. And try and get to 11 points. 11 points is on here. But he loses all tie breaks to Ilban, so he can't win. Ilban, Beast might as well just trash this. It's last round. You might as well. He's got flagships, though, but he kind of doesn't want to use it, obviously. Oh, he should have used flagships now. Oh. And just put the troops in. Oh, he's missed the trick. Because I think you just want to go faction now, right? Maybe he doesn't. Una goes to Carfax, finds Disguised. Which is only good for a spice at the moment. There's no wild bump. Troops are in for Gruesome. Una has to use Experimentation next up here. There's Bindu for Hundro. Peels off a Liaison, which is huge. So Hundro now has odds of trying to get hold of some stuff here. Secrets it is. He has to defend now. This is mandatory. This is absolutely mandatory. Right? You have to stop Ilban from using Throne Room just to beat you here. If Ilban takes this, it just reveals... If you don't go secrets in Ilban reveals Throne Room, you're going to feel so silly. You've got 6 Persuasion. I think you got to do it. Finds Guild Authorization. Well, I mean... It's not great. He can't even, like, drop Blackmail and then use Guild Authorization to get the coins back. Ilban's just going to go Chow Murky here. This is also just good enough. So Ilban's going to win this. Because no one's getting to 12. He finds Cole, which is doing nothing. He finds Diversion, which is also doing nothing. Charisma will be played. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's Tech Negotiation. So Ilban wins. It's a fight for second now, and it's super close. The problem is for Beast, is obviously he can just highline. He's got 2 choices. So Beast can either highline and try and win this conflict, but then how does he pay for Seed Must Awaken? But winning them would obviously give him the Bene Gesserit point. Now that both spots are taken, he can't infiltrate there anymore, so he might feel forced to highline. No, he's got High Council, so he's looking for Spice Must Flow. 2, 4, 6, that's 9 exactly. I think Beast is going to probably infiltrate selective breeding, I guess, but is it really that worth it? I mean, because you're not going to get the point. I think Hundred's going to get his demand respect after all this time. Yuna, great flats. So she's going to get her Talaxu points. She's going to get to 9. Hundra, I think, is going to stumble his way to 9. Beast looks like he's going to hold on for second place here. That's why Beast didn't use his flagships. He went with High Council instead. Which, you know, it's probably not unreasonable. So Hundra just buys the point. Hopes Blackmail will do the job. It will. Ilban with 9 and the Benny bump. It's scary for Hundro, but his alliance is safe. So Ilban's going to finish with 13 in Chow Murky. So he's miles in front. Not even close. But I think the players knew this game was over a while ago, really. Ilban just doing Ilban things. Ilban with Stitch Horror is just... It shouldn't even be allowed. So, it's completely over. So, Beast has a choice. He's going Arrakis. He better not find a non-persuasion intrigue. He's fine. He finds experimentation. Okay. That was a little scary. Did he have anything? What was his other card? Oh, it was his liaison. Yeah, he was fine. So, Beast is even going to get some bonus spice out of this as well. So, Beast is going to hold on. Yuna's going to get to 9 off of Gruesome Sacrifice. Hundro's going to get to 9 off of Demand, but he's going to lose the spice tiebreak here. It's a little sad. Hundro has had to really fight here, and it's been a wild game for Hundro. Ever since the initial tiebreak round 1 to tie Beast, well, Beast has secured his revenge. Beast has secured his revenge. Tezia will Gruesome. So, Talaxu point claimed. Hundro finally gets Demand Respect off after 8 grueling rounds. But unfortunately, it's for nothing. A wild, wild match. There's a couple of entries to be grabbed. One by yellow and one by red. I don't really know what what could be scored. That's worth anything here. Hundro finds Harvest Cells, which is playable. And refocus for the Beast. But nothing to be done here at all. It is all over. Beast wins it pretty comfortably. Ilban wins it comfortably. Baron holds on. Beast even holds on for second place. A pretty wild game, this. But one of the more fun ones I've commentated.
Hello. Hello.
I'll say it was one of the more wild games I've seen this competition. A lot happened. I mean, not even sure where to start. But I mean, when you see Hundro sacking his own ring off and me having called it prior, you know you're in for a good game.
Yeah, it was a fucking nightmare for me. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was
all those combats trying to get off this Demand Respect.
Yeah, I mean, your Demand Respect, you obviously got it immediately. You spent the first round tying the Beast, so he didn't score the point, and from then on, it was just wild.
Yeah.
I noticed that you were holding on to that intrigue for really long, so I was really suspicious.
Yeah. I was so hoping that you didn't have your second dagger that first round, but I figured it was a long shot since you took your actions. Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah,
I'm not sure if I should tie it there or if I should just save it for another day, that intrigue. Maybe I should have just kept it.
I mean, it's tiebreaker for you. It's a bit of a tricky one. I mean, it's easy to use it there, but it's like, I don't know, do you use it early to deny the point, keep the game going for longer? Do you keep for later? Problem is, if you're going to do that, in theory, you're thinking you're probably going to hold it a lot of the game. So I don't know. And when Demand Respect's going to get possibly kept in your hand for a while too, yeah, it's hard to know.
Then we had that second combat when I went hardy, and then Beast drew some.
Beast
probably found some battle intrigues and put in 4 as well. Yeah, that dreadnought.
That was also brutal. Yeah, that was dirty.
Yeah, I just couldn't get it off until at the very end, and then it was more or less useless.
In the last rounds when I could have taken your Benny alliance, but I wasn't sure if you had like a double bump to take it back, so I just went with the safe play.
Yeah, he took the save point, which was, you know, probably the right call there. I mean, by the end of it, like you're pretty comfortably ahead anyway, so it's not, you don't really need to be taking any particular risks. Like maybe you got Chow Murky as well, like you're pretty fine there. So
yeah, true.
But yeah, no, it was a wild match. I think it'll be a good one when this gets up on the YouTube. I think people will enjoy this one. I've had a lot of fun casting it. That's for sure.
To watching it as well. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, you know, Yuna bravely ripping a Diplo for the double bump, and then just sacking Hundro's ring round 6. You don't get to see that often, so there was a lot of carnage, but it all made rough sense. I think everyone played pretty decent.
Yeah, I thought round 7 Swordmaster that was.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have the choice of like going I
could have taken it earlier, but I took the
selected breeding. Yeah, which I totally got as well. I think that made logical sense. As it turned out, no one was really going to be able to get there. I don't think a lot of the time, but obviously you don't know that. So
yeah, I was dreaming of Corner the Market, but
yeah, never turned up. It was there were no end games like really anywhere. Actually, they just never turned up. They're all still in here somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, the good ones showed up though.
At least we had a Sleeper and a Shome.
Sleeper and Shome type, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Right, I look forward to watching the game on YouTube, Shadow.
Yeah, I hope
you for casting.
Enjoy it.
Thanks for covering it. Yeah, and thanks everyone for the game.
So a pretty entertaining match comes to them. They had a lot of fun commentating this one for sure. So look at the group standings then with 4 matches played in the group, and Jocke unfortunately not able to close any distance really against Ash, though is ahead of Soldiers on the winning tiebreak, but obviously a long way to go for that. As usual, will make up a first win from the first game play, which obviously puts him in a really good position here and gets him in prime position to make a stab for a top 2 at the leaderboards. Riffster and Unicorn definitely playing their parts in a fun old game. Unicorn, with 5 points from 2 games, will not feel totally unhappy. Riffster with a little bit of work to do, but plenty of positions to fight for. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Just pretty chaotic, pretty much all the way. I think the tone was definitely set from the initial tying of victory points from Jocke there. I don't hate it. Like, we had one earlier in an earlier game where someone did basically the same thing using a tactician to do it. That I don't know about, but I guess you could make an argument doing that round 1 with tiebreaker. Like, some people really don't value tiebreaker at all, but that 10 spice can be pretty good, and you could say, oh well, if he'd have kept tiebreaker he would have won the game on spice, or an extra point in the spice, and it's true. Or maybe you found a better use for it anyway. It's an interesting question, and it's one that I've never really been able to solve. Is it that useful to deny people first place spots, just straight victory points in the first round? Sometimes it can make sense doing it for like influence reasons. If you're like contesting shipping and trying to stop like a Baron get there or something like that, then I think definitely that can make a lot of sense, because it's not just the fact he's getting the point, it's the implied benefit of being able to hit a very powerful space super early and usually without contest for a while. But when it comes to just a straight victory point there with Beast, when Hundro has nothing to gain there, I don't know. I honestly don't know what the right call is. I'm curious to see what you guys make of that one. But it was a good game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you all for watching. If you want to see more stuff like this, obviously you can support the channel. We got a Discord, there's a Patreon, there's subscribing, there's all sorts of things you can do, and we'd very much appreciate that. But other than that, it's a case of take care of yourselves, and who knows what is coming next. I am very much looking forward to trying to catch some more action from this group. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next conflict.